These cards are about to completely change Master Duel. So we have an update on the new selection pack, completely confirmed this time, so no leaking, just confirmed. Strong Will, and we also have a preemptive ban list, but more on that later. So on March 8th, this one is actually coming out, which is very interesting because that's in 2 days already. Format's gonna change again in 2 days. How fast are all these updates coming? This is crazy. I like it though, I really like it. The new Cybers type archetype G Golem has arrived. The cards that give new powers to the Gem Knights and Crystal Beast cards are particularly interesting. Now is the time to turn your Strong Will into power. However, what this information here isn't saying, but is more important, the Ishizu cards are in here. So the cards that completely broke Tearlament, completely destroyed the meta, basically are coming in this pack. So as the leak suggested, within 2 months we will have Tear at full power. So essentially this month is Ishizu and next month is Tearlament. Even without Tearlament, there's a conversation to be had on these cards. More on that later. So the G Golem cards are kind of just whatever. I don't expect them to do anything. I don't expect Gem Knight to do anything. I don't expect Crystal Beast to do much, though the Rainbow Bridge is going to be good in any deck that plays, you know, some type of field spell. Then we have Kurikara, a really solid going second card, but a completely dead going first card. Preemptive ban list, we'll get on that. So we have Kurikara, some Crystal cards, we have the Ishizu cards, we have the G Golem stuff, the Rainbow Bridge stuff. So the issue is here, when you look at this list of cards, it doesn't have the Naturia cards. So we are getting like a bunch of rogue at best archetype cards, and we're getting the Ishizu cards, which are insane, but we don't really see an immediate engine to splash them in. If we're thinking of the Ishizu cards, they were great in graveyard type strategies, and of course in Tearlament they just broke the game. But the other deck that really wanted to use them was Naturia all the time, like in the TCG. But if we go into Master Duel right here, we are missing the Blessing, is that the name? Like the spell card that just revives anything, and we are missing Camellia as well, and I think we're also missing Mole Cricket. So those are basically all the best Naturia cards. Those are the cards that you want to combine with the Ishizu cards to really give them life, except for the tier deck. But again, if these aren't in here, what the hell are the Ishizu cards even doing right now? And I think the answer is a bullshit ass graveyard pile. I hear you saying, why the hell would we ever want to play these in some bullshit graveyard pile? Here's my answer. The best deck is Runic Sprite, right? It's the best deck by a landslide. It is actually unfair how better it is than everything else. Why would you not want to play these? Like Keldo and Medora single-handedly say Runic is over. You want to have the Runic is over party? These two are what's just tell you that. It's done. It's over. Don't try. No, but don't try. It's over. If these cards are in decks, Runic is not a real deck anymore. It's just done. And so if the best deck is Runic Sprite, we want these in our deck. But what deck are we even playing them in? Well, it doesn't really matter, right? If every other game on ladder is going to be Runic Sprite, you want these in your deck no matter what. So it's basically like I'm playing an Ishizu deck. And what else? I don't know, but we'll figure that one out. So right now, my first thought is like, okay, we'll play some deck that plays Chaos Ruler. We'll play some deck with some Punk cards. We'll play Ishizu cards just to get into milling. And then what? Now we need payoff. Which decks give us payoff? Is it Zombie? Is it Phantom Knight? Like a tiny Phantom Knight engine? I've been playing Chaos Piles, as you've seen on this channel as well. That might work. But just the fact that Runic is not a thing when these cards exist makes me think we really need to do something with them. Again, I'll be experimenting. I'll be showing you the results of those experiments on this channel. Be sure to subscribe for it. But as long as Runic Sprite is the best deck, you want these in your deck. Not just play them in any deck, of course. Like, these suck ass in non-graveyard decks. But there has to be some graveyard deck out there that can somehow abuse these so that, yeah, we stop Runic Sprite from doing anything. And then we might actually see a reaction to that meta where people start playing Abyss Dweller just to ruin the other graveyard decks, because Abyss Dweller is very easy to make with these Ishizu cards because they're all level 4. So then we might have to start playing Abyss Dweller in our own graveyard deck. Oh, it's gonna be very fun. And then finally the tier cards come a month later. Now, as you can see, preemptive ban list announcement right here. Kelbeck, Keldo, and Agido are semi-limited before even coming out. And we kind of predicted that. We kind of talked about this in my Tier Limits is Coming video. Again, check that out if you want a really in-depth explanation about what's going to happen with this meta, Tier Limits, Ishizu, and so forth, what we saw in the TCG, how it will apply to Master Duel. I went really in-depth on that one. But so, these are semi-limited. I don't think that's nearly enough. We saw this in the OCG as well. That's not going to do anything. Especially because Keldo at 2, but then Medora at 3 means we still have 5 Shufflers, 4 Millers. That's more than enough. That is enough to break Tier. Unless Tier is like heavily heavily hit before it even comes out, I think this will still make a tier 0 Ishizu tournament format. So we'll see about that. I think even with this amount of cards, we will still be able to play Herald of the Orange Light. Let's quickly see at how much that is in Master Duel right now. So this is a card you do not want to disenchant just yet, or uncraft or whatever you want to call it. Oh, Herald is a rare only. Boom, let's generate that thing right now. Boom. We have a 3 Herald, because remember, we have 2, 2, 2, 3. So that is 9 cards to play with Herald. And then we have Diviner. Diviner is also going to be huge for this archetype. So if you want to get on the Ishizu tier boat, be aware that this is going to be a big deal in that as well. But yeah, Herald of Orange Light is a rare. That's crazy. Herald of Orange Light together with 9 of the Ishizus, together with Diviner, together with the rest of some graveyard pile. I will completely shit on Runic Sprite. I'm very excited on it. I think other people won't necessarily catch on to this quickly because it wasn't really a thing in the TCG. But hey, everyone's on Runic Sprite. I will be on a bullshit pile like this and I will just humiliate every Runic deck that dares to still play. So that's what's coming. I hope you found this very interesting. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Ciao.